Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. I am your host, Davin James. Like, subscribe and comment, hit the bell for notifications. So this past Friday, which would have been the 6th of September, the fans of Linkin Park, the heavy metal band, got some news that have been really exciting for most of us. Some are probably mixed on the decision, but overall the announcement seems to be a positive. So for those who don't know, the band lost their lead vocalist Chester Bennington back in 2017, and a lot of us fans were devastated, and we still are devastated for the most part. For obvious reasons, we didn't know what's going to happen with the band going forward after the death of Chester Bennington. The band held like a secret concert for fans, and they announced a new singer for the band by the name of Emily Armstrong. A new album coming out on the 15th of November, a world tour, and also they just dropped a new single called The Emptiness Machine. I've been really eager to talk about this because I'm a huge Linkin Park fan. So with that being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? Linkin Park is back with a new singer and a brand new single, The Emptiness Machine, which I've had a chance to listen to and I quite like it. Obviously it's going to be weird listening to future Linkin Park music without Chester Bennington as the lead vocalist, but at the same time, you know, this is a new chapter in the band's legacy, and change is going to be difficult, but it's also important to recognise, in my opinion. And I don't know much about the lead vocalist, the new lead vocalist, but I think she gave a great performance in the new single, and I think she's off to a great start in my opinion, and I think she fits well with the band. So that's my own feelings on her joining the band. I think it's off to a great start. Linkin Park's long-awaited announcement has finally been revealed. Nearly all full-time Linkin Park members have reunited and recruited Emily Armstrong. The band has also announced a new studio album, From Zero, releasing November 15th, 2024, as well as a world tour in support of it. The Emptiness Machine is the band's latest single and makes Emily Armstrong's debut as Linkin Park's new singer. The band has revealed the news in quite a unique and remarkable fashion, by way of inviting fans to a secret concert where Linkin Park performed live for the very first time with their new lead vocalist. This event marks the band's first official return since former lead vocalist Chester Bennington's death in 2017. R.I.P. Chester. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on the idea of Linkin Park continuing without Chester, because Chester was such a remarkable part of the band, and he was such a wonderful and fantastic performer within himself. His vocal ability was just phenomenal. Nobody could touch him in terms of his performances and in terms of what he was able to deliver on the mic. I think it's the right decision, you know. As a fan, I think it's the right decision. It's been 7 years, and the band themselves has had a lot to go through, losing their friend and also their bandmate. And they could have chosen any decision, in my opinion. They could have retired the band and gone their own separate ways. There still would have been mixed feelings on the decision. So really, any decision they would have made would have been understandable, but also probably led with some mixed feelings in some ways. It's like I said earlier, you know, change is difficult, absolutely. For some of us, it's difficult. For some, maybe not so much. But also, I really do feel like change is also important. And I'm going to support the band no matter what. They've been a huge influence on my music taste over the years, and that continues to this day. You know, I'm always going to try and support the band no matter what. And hopefully some of you guys feel the same way. I've seen this opinion online as well, where some people feel like, okay, well, this new chick, Emily Armstrong, is the new replacement for Chester. I don't think of it that way. I think of it as a new chapter in the band's legacy. No matter how we feel about Chester Bennington, he is no longer around, unfortunately. It sucks, it really does suck. But at the same time, I feel like the band, and also Chester himself, feels comfortable with this decision. You know, that's how I personally feel. Some of you might disagree with that, which is perfectly fine. Some of you so you might have other opinions on this situation, which is also fine, as long as it's respectful. Linkin Park members Mike Shinoda, vocals, Brad Delson, lead guitar, Joe Hahn, turntables, and Dave Farrell, bass, are all participating in a new lineup. However, former drummer Rob Burden has not returned, and instead Colin Britton has stepped in as the band's new drummer. I know Rob Burton not returning has led to some speculation in terms of the fans online. Mike Shinoda has done an interview where he talked about the situation with Brad, and I think he could do a better job in explaining it than I can. I don't know where he did the interview to, but you can find it online somewhere surely. But give you a short and simple explanation. Mike said that the drummer Rob wanted to put some distance between himself and the band, and has done for quite a long time now, since, their hiatus, if you want to call it that. So that's the basis of the explanation. Again, Mike Shinoda probably goes into more detail in that explanation, so find the interview wherever you can find it and go from there if you're interested. Rumours began to surface early this year that Linkin Park were in fact planning a reunion with a new vocalist. This news was first brought to light by Jay Gordon, vocalist for the late 90s ultra-rock outfit Orgy, who stated in an interview that he had heard Linkin Park was still, quote, going for it, adding, "I hear they got a girl singer now, that's what I heard." A Linkin Park reunion couldn't be more timely in 2024-2025, especially seeing the band's most celebrated album is also celebrating its 25th anniversary next year. 2000's Hybrid Theory, great album. The genre-bending album produced many of Linkin Park's most respected and popularized hits, and today is still often a getaway record for new Linkin Park fans, and for people dipping their feet into the heavy music genre. Hybrid Theory has also seen a massive resurgence in recent years, with younger generations, specifically through social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram. While all this reunion news is certainly a means to celebrate for fans, it'll be interesting to see how Linkin Park's overall fan base takes this news, and these reunion shows, more specifically fans who are less thrilled about the new vocalist joining the band. There's no doubt that Chester Bennington is one of the most beloved modern rock singers, and it would be no easy task to fill his shoes, absolutely. However, the band's aim seems to be starting a tiny new chapter from here on out, and that's something fans need to keep in mind. This reunion will surely be a celebration of Bennington's legacy and untouchable contributions to the band, while also being the start of something new for both Linkin Park and their fans. There has been teasers, like a countdown if you will, put on the band's website, and many of us have speculated, okay, what's this countdown, what does this mean? Is there going to be a new album? Are they going to be addressing the band's future? Have they announced a new singer? Have they signed a new singer to the band? What does this mean? So many of us have been at the edge of our seats, if you will, in terms of speculation over the last couple of weeks. And now we finally got the announcement that we've been waiting for. And that is the band are continuing to go for it, as they said in the quotes, with a new vocalist, which would be Emily Armstrong. Like I said at top, I liked the new single. I thought the new single was very good. A good solid start for the band. I think currently as well it's number 1 on the US iTunes chart for what I've seen online. So that's fantastic. They're off to a great start already. And I'll be honest with you guys. When I first heard the news about a new vocalist joining the band, I wasn't exactly sure how to feel. I didn't get up in all excitement. I wasn't negative about it. I was just like, okay, this is happening. We've gone, 7 years without any knowledge of what the band's future may hold. We've had greatest hits being brought out for anniversaries and whatnot, which have been great. Mike Shinoda has put out music of his own in his own time, which has been really good too. He's done some behind the scenes work and in front of the mic kind of work, so that's really cool that he's been busy as well. I'd love to know as well for you guys, what was your first experience with Linkin Park? For me, it's kind of like it's kind of like a blurred memory in a sense. Like, I remember hearing Linkin Park and Jay-Z do that collab album, Collision Encore, I think it was called, where they combined both rock and rap music together, which I thought was really impressive, and then released Numb/Encore together, and that was a huge hit. I remember hearing that popular track on the music channels back in the day. But then I also remember the first album I actually went and dived into was Minutes to Midnight, which came out like 2006, 2007, something like that, maybe a bit later. It had tracks like Leave Out All the Rest, which was probably like the lead single from that album. Bleed It Out, What I've Done, Giving Up. Giving Up was a solid track. Chester performance on that track, oh my days. His vocal ability was just unmatched, and he was just aggressive on that track. If you haven't listened to them, please go ahead and listen to all the other albums as well, I might add. And that's what I mean, like, there's no replacing Chester, absolutely not. And I think the band knows that as well. But instead of seeing it as a replacement for Chester, they're seeing it as a new chapter and a new beginning for the band that they got coming out. You know, such as a new album and such as a world tour as well, for that matter. I'm excited for the band's future. I think they're off to a great start so far. I'm very curious to know what you feel about this. Do you like the idea of Emily Armstrong joining the band? Linkin Park's new single? If so, what are your thoughts on the track? Are they going to any city near you in terms of this world tour? If so, will you be seeing them live when they go on tour eventually? Are you excited for the album when it comes out in November? What's your favourite Linkin Park song or favourite album? You know, or favourite Chester Bennington performance? Either way, let me know your thoughts down below. Until next time, take care, stay safe, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye for now.